There's a bit of background noise. Hopefully, it doesn't get in the way. Um, Will Duffy here, this guy who is doing this Antarctica trip to see if they're going to see the 24-hour Antarctic sun. I made a video addressing him and his basic claims there recently. It's this video here, Will Duffy, hashtag pitch data, hashtag final experiment, right? This video was all based around basically his premise is that he said he wants to know for sure whether the Earth is flat or the Earth is a globe. The whole point of me making this video was to point out to Will that instead of going to Antarctica, or as well as if he wants to, it's up to him, but instead of going to Antarctica, there's many reasons why, instead of going to Antarctica to see if there's a 24-hour Antarctic sun, which doesn't prove flat or globe, actually the most it would do is just debunk the globe. Because if it's not seen, that just debunks the globe. If it is seen, that doesn't mean the Earth is not flat. It just means that there's stuff going on in the sky that we don't understand. We don't know much about Antarctica. I don't know much about Antarctica. It could be its own island, for all I know. I don't know what it is. I've never been there. But the point being is that to go there is a bit of a journey, so that means people are going to have to leave their homes and go there and spend several days away from home and families and work, maybe. But also, as well as that, there's also the risk of injury and death along the way, which could lead to massive insurance problems and different things like that. And at the end of it all, right, they could get there and it could be all cloudy and they don't get to see anything. So they can't determine either way, right? Whereas the pitch data, the whole point of the pitch data is it proves that if an airplane is flying around a globe, then the pitch data has to show this. It has to show this from its starting horizontal. There can't be any messing around. Whereas if it's not showing the pitch data that would support flying around a globe, and it's showing pitch data that would support that it's flying over a flat plane, then the flat Earth is proven, right? So even though I look for it in the past, and as I said, people like Wolfie and other people who claim to be commercial pilots, Trevor Austin and other people who I've engaged with online, they've all blank out refused to have anything to do with the pitch data. They come up with every excuse they can not to get it. Wolfie's last excuse to me some couple of years ago now was that it costs loads of money. So if Will is going to spend money where he's going to go to Antarctica, which is going to cost him $31,000 or whatever, and he's going to pay for two people, one flat earther and one glober. The glober is going to be Dave McKeegan, and the flat earther is going to be supposedly Jaron Campanella, right? Someone I don't even consider to be a flat earther, but it doesn't matter. The point is that Will does consider him to be a flat earther, and he's going to pay for him. Now, that's 31,000 three times. That's 93,000. Now, there's going to be other costs on top of that. So you could say it's the bones of 100,000, right? Let's just say, right? But he would easily get the pitch data from several different airlines, like Cathay Pacific, Qantas, Lufthansa, etc. From flights that let's say flights that were long haul flights, and that would tell everything that not that you need a long haul flight, but just for brevity, as they say, let's get long haul flights. And the thing about the pitch data argument is it can't be falsified, because every commercial pilot, every pilot everywhere in the world will know whether the pitch data is correct or not, because if the pitch data is falsified by somebody, it'll be obvious to every pilot in the world that data is not concurrent with what they experience. So there's no loss of injury or death. No loss of injury or life. There is no way to falsify it, and it's completely objective. So the pitch data takes away all dangers of injury and death. There's no way for it to be falsified without it being completely obvious that it's being falsified. And it's completely objective, because there is no argument, there's no grey area. It's either white or black, it's either flat or globe. It's one or the other. There is no if, buts, or maybes. Now, I made this video and I didn't see anything from Will Duffy, unless he has. I didn't see anything of him watching the video and responding to it. And I asked people to get it to him, and I never heard that back. And I tried looking for a contact for him on YouTube, and I couldn't really find anything, just places where he did interviews and things. But then I found a website, the Final Experiment website, and I went there last night and I left a message because Will Duffy said that he responds to 100% of all of the messages that go there, and I went, great, so I knew he'd respond. I left a message telling him about this video and asking him to watch it and address it or whatever, right? Now, you would think somebody who has said that he's willing to pay money for truth. That is his whole premise. He's willing to pay money for truth, right? And I'm giving him something here with the pitch data that is not only possibly cheaper all around, but it also takes away all insurance and loss of life or injury. It takes away injury possibilities because no one has to go anywhere. Everyone can stay at home. No one needs to miss work. No one needs to miss their family. There's no need for someone to be in Antarctica and suddenly find out one of their family members is sick or injured or something's after happening. There's no need for any of that risk, right? It's also completely objective, right? As in, it can't be fought. As in, it'll show either globe or flat, right? There's no way around it. There's no argument against it. No if, buts, or maybes. It is what it is, and it can't be falsified without it being completely obvious that it has been. Now, you would think that if someone was offering someone that, if somebody out there was claiming that they're going to spend money, right, for truth, so he's willing to put his own money forward, and a lot of it, right, in comparison to the normal everyday person, the money he's putting forward is a lot of money. There's a lot of money, a lot of people out there in the world who've never seen $3,000, never mind $31,000, and he's willing to spend upwards of $100,000 altogether. So, if he's willing to spend that kind of money for truth, you would think that someone offering him this, which is because the 24-hour Antarctic summer sun, if that is seen, that doesn't change anything. It wouldn't change anything for me. I'm still a flat earther. It doesn't mean anything to me. It only means something to a glober. That's it. So you would think that somebody who's offering him a way where it minimises risk, it can't be falsified, it's totally objective, and it's possibly even saving him money. You would think that that person would be interested in that, wouldn't you? Well, right, I'm going to show you the response, right, that Will Duffy gave me, right, in his email response to me. From the Final Experiment. Hey, thanks for reaching out. I will watch your video on one condition. You agree that the 24-hour sun in Antarctica will falsify the AE/Gleason map. Look forward to your reply, Will. I mean, why is there suddenly conditions? Why is there conditions suddenly? Why do I have to agree or disagree with anything for him to just watch the video and address it? It's very obvious to me that Will is not spending money for truth and is not interested in truth, because the least someone would do is look at that video. It's about 13 or 15 minutes long, and he'd get the gist very fast. So there's no way that watching that video would be anything but helpful to him if we are to take him on his word that he's willing to spend money for truth. That's basically what he's saying. But he's obviously not willing to spend money for truth, because when he's being offered a way to minimise risk, right, to get actual truth and something that can't be falsified and that might save money, he's looking for someone to agree to conditions before he watches a video. I'm not going into. We're not in a court of law. I'm not into getting involved in some business agreement with him where our solicitors need to be there. There's no need for any of this. If he's genuinely interested in what he says he's interested in, why is he asking me to agree or disagree to some nonsense about maps? The only thing I can surmise from this is that there is no way, absolutely no way whatsoever, that Will Duffy is interested in paying money for truth. Whatever he's doing in Antarctica, if he's ever going to go there, it has nothing to do with truth. Nothing to do with it. And from the ball side, I would even be very careful. Because if he's not interested, if he's not really doing what he's saying he's doing, which he's not, I mean, there's no reason. He could just say, I'll watch it later, or I watched it, I don't agree, something. But his response is, I am supposed to agree or disagree. He has conditions on him just watching a silly YouTube video. Conditions. A video that would only help him if we go by what he's claiming. So I just can't see how you could trust this person. I really can't. That is not someone who I would trust. Because immediately he's turning it into it's nearly like some kind of a business agreement. I scratch your back if you scratch mine kind of stuff. No, that's not what this is. Will said he wants to spend money for truth, and I'm trying to literally help the guy. And he has conditions on whether he'll watch my video or not. So that tells me all I need to know. He is not interested in truth. He's certainly doing his best to have nothing to do with pitch data, right? Which is extremely telling. It's nearly like he already knows what that will show. It's like he has background information that he hasn't, revealed to the public, you could say. It's that ridiculous. It's like he already knows that if he addresses that and goes down that route, he already knows what the outcome will be. And he's not interested in that. He's interested in going to Antarctica, right, and maybe seeing the 24-hour Antarctic sun, and then begging the question, right, presuming his outcome is like, if we see 24-hour Antarctic sun, then the Earth's a globe. We do see a 24-hour Antarctic sun, so the Earth's a globe. It's completely illogical. It's illogical. It has no proper logical form. Like, if we see a 24-hour Antarctic sun, that doesn't mean the Earth is a globe. It only means that you can keep claiming it's a globe, but it doesn't mean it's a globe. It doesn't prove it's not flat. It doesn't prove anything. That's the problem with it. If he wanted to prove something, he'd be going with the pitch data. But this is what I get. Conditions. That's what you're dealing with. That means you're dealing with someone who's not interested in truth. Because nobody who's actually interested would do that. Nobody would do that. They just watch the video. If they were truly interested, they'd watch the video and go, wait, scrap all that, much better plan. Or somehow integrate it, something. He would do something. He would, that person, he or she would be genuinely interested in that, in what I proposed. But he's not. I have to agree to some nonsense about maps that are actually globe projections. You know what I mean? This is how stupid it is. But look, make of it what you will. I would not trust this man. I've been straight and honest with the guy. I've tried to give him a route that's much better than what he's doing. That's much more decisive, and he's not interested. So he's not interested in paying money for truth. He's interested in something else. I don't know what that is. I'm not a mind reader, and I don't want to speculate. Whatever he's interested in, though, it's not the truth. So I would share this far and wide if you can, because the guy is obviously not. He's obviously not who he's portraying himself to be. Thanks for watching.